London is the most expensive place to park in the world. And in the borough of Barnet, they're cashing in on this, having abolished all free parking on the high street.
My mother-in-law went up and picked a prescription from Boots and £55. So a prescription for my elderly in-laws is going to cost me £55.
Well, I'm sitting in the van so that my son can pop over to Greg's so I don't get nicked. I have to have eyes up my backside.
Barnet is more than overzealous, Barnet is punitive.
There's a general attitude of let's make money out of people in Barnet by pinching as many as possible.
Stopping here costs £2 an hour, only payable by credit card or mobile phone. For one group of locals, the council's parking policies are destroying their high street, and they've had enough.
Could I just beg 2 minutes of your time? We're campaigning for free parking on our high street.
The Barnet Society are a local heritage group, formed to preserve the borough's respectable surroundings.
You can't come here to High Barnet and run into a shop for half an hour, drop the cleaning off, go to the butcher's, pick up a bit of meat. You can't do anything local without it being a pain and a nuisance.
Leading the fight for the high street is retired political journalist Nicholas Jones.
It's an old, very historic town centre, and we want to attract people to it, and we believe that a free parking period would get shoppers back in here. We've got a high street which is literally dying on its feet, with charity shop after charity shop, and we blame it on the council.
Fire them. Fire the lot of them and let's start again.
Barnet Council argue free parking isn't the answer to boosting trade because the spaces are already busy. But Nicholas believes they're barking up the wrong tree.
This dog parlour shop, Hadley Hounds, it was run by a young girl who had set up her own business. And she was absolutely mortified, you see, because a lot of her customers are elderly ladies who were bringing the poodle in or whatever it was for a quick trim, and they only want to stop 5 minutes, but they said they had to stop 5 minutes to calm the dog down, and then they would come out and get a ticket. And now she's left. And look what this notice says. This is the notice. She says, we are moving, and she's going somewhere where there will be free parking in capital letters. She said it was just driving her business into the ground, and she's gone. Thank you, Hadley. We miss you. And look, there's the little paw print to tell you what it was. It was a doggy shop. When you think about it, Barnet Council driven her out of business. And we find it very distressing.
In Barnet, they want free parking brought back to boost the high street.
Come and try and understand this sign, because you need a degree to understand it.
Nicholas Jones believes he's found further evidence of parking rules gone mad.
This is what you're going to do. Look, pay by phone parking. Here are all the numbers. So many of the elderly people come here and they just cannot understand what they have got to do. Pay by phone is paying by it's tormenting people because they're not prepared to use a mobile phone and a credit card to pay 30 minutes to stop here when they could go to one of the shopping centres. And we've got a council that won't even listen to us. This is location 9108. Well, what's that got to do with living in Barnet? It's just driving people away.
For Nicholas, the fight is about much more than parking policy.
I've lived in High Barnet for 40 years. My kids went to school here. I've got to make a contribution to trying to keep this a vibrant local place where people want to live, where people want to shop.
Fortunately for the Barnet Society, the cause has found someone it sees as an ally with real power.
A photographer isn't able to make it. He's a bit snowed under with some breaking news.
Anna Slater is chief reporter at the Barnet Times, and she's backing 30 minutes free parking on the high street.
Sometimes we'll have a parking story in the paper at least once a week. It's true. People who got parking tickets unfairly, people are angry about CPZ outside their house. bins and hedges is what we thrive on, and cats up trees. Hello, news desk. Okay. Okay, this isn't Debenhams. You've come through to a local newspaper. Sorry. Cheers, bye. Somebody wanted to pay her Debenhams card. I get stuff like that all the time.
Anna's enlisted local traders to help gather the 2,000 petition signatures needed to force Barnet Council to debate the issue.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm from the local paper.
Cafe owner Helen Michael has been fighting for change for more than 4 years.
By 8 o'clock in the old days, we'd be packed in here. You couldn't get a space. By 10 a.m. this morning, I'd served 4 people.
Nobody wants to come and there's nothing.
People would pull up, they'd grab their bacon sandwiches, their cups of tea, their cappuccinos and stuff like that. We just don't do it anymore because the traffic wardens are waiting to pounce.
What have your customers said?
Honestly, it's been devastating. Every single trader, without fail, will tell you the parking was a huge factor in just watching footfall disintegrate. For goodness sake, why isn't something being done? It's so simple.
It's a big day in Barnet as the petition for free parking has reached its target of 2,000 signatures. For Anna, Helen and Nicholas, it's a moment of hope as the council must now debate the issue.
What's so important tonight is this is an opportunity for us to look the council in the eye and say, look, Barnet Council, you've got it in your power to offer a lifeline to the local shopkeepers. That's what we want them to do.
Each speaker is given just 3 minutes to make their case.
Payment by phone and by credit card deters people. It's off-putting.
People who want to run quick errands feel put off because parking costs can sometimes outweigh the cost of a pint of milk, a newspaper, or even just...
Ladies of a certain age be struggling to put their credit cards into parking machines.
Half an hour is just long enough to bring people to the high road. And once there, the battle is half done.
I'll open up for debate. My motion is that we accept the petition, we agree with the principle of 30 minutes free parking.
After some initial support,
in places like Potters Bar and Boreham Wood, it has boosted local trade.
it's the council's turn to have their say.
I frequently have trouble finding somewhere to park on that stretch of the high road. As far as I'm concerned, those on-street parking spaces are very well used.
I'm going to invite you to come to Cafe Buzz. I will keep you supplied with tea and coffee, and you can observe that the spaces are not occupied all the time, and people do have difficulty with paying by phone.
I find it hard to believe. If you ask the farmer how his business, he'll say it's horrible. You ask a shopkeeper, it's horrible. One wonders a little bit just how bad it is.
I hesitate to be very critical of little old ladies. Frankly, if you can't use your telephone and you can't manage your credit card, one wonders if you can manage your car.
You don't live in the real world, mate. Shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. Yeah. You're not listening. You're not listening.
Excuse me.
I don't know what planet, where you live, what you look at, but you have been ignoring us for years. All of us have got better things to do. You get paid to be here. We don't. We are here because it's important to us, and you just ride roughshod over us. It's unbelievable.
Eventually, the proposal for 30 minutes free parking is put to the vote.
All those in favour of that proposal, please show. All those against?
It's defeated, 6 votes to 5.
We can't all be wrong. We cannot all be wrong.
And I can tell you this, the little old ladies of Hyde Barnet don't like being denigrated in the way they were in this council meeting. I mean, for a councillor to say that a little old lady, if she's struggling to use her credit card in a credit card parking machine, if she's having difficulty doing that, she shouldn't be driving a car. What an insult, what an insult.
It's been 4 years of campaigning on top of running a business and a family and everything else. It's hard work, and you feel like you're hitting your head against the wall and you're not getting anywhere.